Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing kind of a vibe check, hype check on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which is releasing in just a few weeks, but I haven't really been talking about it, so today I want to rectify that. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. As I said, today we are checking out or talking about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm recording this on October 25th. They just revealed Greavard, that new ghost dog Pokemon, and that's a good looking Pokemon if I do say so myself. And I just wanted to talk about these games as a whole because I have not been doing my due diligence covering this game as I had planned this year. I just haven't really, you know, they keep doing these trailers at 6 a.m. and by the time I have free time to make a video, it's kind of too late sometimes. So I haven't really been covering it as much as I wanted to. Once the game comes out, that's obviously going to change. I actually plan on live streaming it and all this fun stuff. So but today I wanted to talk about it and just get kind of a vibe check from you, from all of you, and you know, give out my opinions, what's going on here, because and I guess we can just start with the like marketing cycle for this game. It's been a little weird. It's been a bit weird. I think, because I've seen a lot of people complaining about it, I think, in my opinion, they've kind of hit a sweet spot where they're not revealing too much, but they're also revealing, they're not revealing too much, which is good, but it feels like they're not necessarily revealing the right things. So, great example of this, recently there was a preview event where press got to play the game, and they revealed that you actually can throw a Pokeball in the overworld, like in Legends Arceus. Now, I believe what happens is, and I didn't watch too much of the preview footage, to be honest. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe what happens is when you throw a Pokeball, it just, you know, inside and, you know, starts a battle. But that's still cool that you have that overworld action of doing that. That's something that I would have wanted to know maybe a little bit earlier. Obviously, it doesn't matter because I haven't played the game either way. And by the time the game comes out, this will all be a memory. But it's just stuff like that I feel like that should have been, like, you know, the first time we saw the open world gameplay. You would think that would have been something they would have talked about. They've also been the story is weird. So it's not like a regular Pokemon game. We know it's open world, you can do it in any order, but I believe what's going on here is there's multiple different missions. It sounds like missions with a start and an end, and each one has its own challenges and, you know, different kind of gameplay mechanics. I saw somewhere there's 16 badges between all these, which is actually awesome if that's true. I'm not entirely sure. So that's really cool. It's definitely an interesting approach. You have like your regular gym challenge. You have it's Team Star, I believe. Looking at Team Star, you have like a Team Star episode chapter thing, and a couple others, which is really interesting. I also think that's great in terms of DLC potential, because I think we all kind of assume this game will end up getting DLC like Sword and Shield. I think that just adding another episode as DLC, that's something easy you can do with like a new little area of the region, of the Paldea region. Remember that? That was weird. We didn't know the name of the region until like August. That was weird. But I'm actually going to switch over to Cerebi here, and I just want to look through all the Pokemon, because I tweeted this out. They're going really hard, it feels like, with the designs for these Pokemon, and I just want to go through all the ones that we've seen revealed and talk about them, because I think this has some of the strongest, at least pre-release revealed Pokemon that we've seen. You know, Gen 8, honestly, I can't remember what was revealed beforehand, but I remember just thinking, like, okay, these are good. These are all looking pretty good, but also had Grookey, and Grookey sucks. So let's go over these. Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxly. Obviously, I have covered these Pokemon. Even Sprigatito has grown on me. I didn't like Sprigatito too much when they were first revealed, but I'm digging Sprigatito. Fuecoco and Quaxly are definitely the fan favorites here, though, for sure. Then we have Palmy, which is your Pikachu clone. That's fine. That's a decent Pikachu clone, kind of a thickum. Then, of course, you have the meme lord Lechonk. Absolutely love Lechonk. That's a great Pokemon, just name and design. Normal type. We haven't seen an evolution for Lechonk yet. You know, he's gonna get turned into like a huge hog. That's gonna be awesome. So Lechonk's evolution is gonna be exciting. Smoliv, bug plant thing, whatever. And someone pointed out on Twitter earlier today that I saw that they haven't revealed the bird Pokemon yet for this generation, which is really weird. That's weird. Then we have Fido, one of the dog Pokemon. That's a really good dog Pokemon, I must say. And then we get some of the kind of ones. I feel like so Titan's just kind of, it's cool. Terra Whale Pokemon, Ice type. I mean, that's Ice types are good. But just kind of a weird. I feel like this is one you don't reveal pre-release. That's one you reveal That's when it gets leaked, and everybody on 4chan is like, oh, what the hell is this thing? You know? And I'm assuming this will have a pre-evolution as well, perhaps. Then Cyclizar, of course, they revealed that after the legendaries, because they revealed that you can ride around the region on, blanking on their names. We'll get to them, I guess. But you can ride on them. But you're not going to get them until the end of the game, so Cyclizar is kind of like your stand-in until you get the legendaries. This one was revealed when I was at PAX, so I definitely never made a video about him. Grafai, I actually really like Grafai. Poison normal type, toxic monkey. Normally I'm not a huge fan of monkey Pokemon, but I mean this doesn't even really look like a monkey to be honest, so I'm really into Grafai. Cloth is pretty good. Kind of looks like weird reference. Well, I guess I don't need a reference. I was gonna reference Naruto Storm Revolution, which would have been weird. Well, in that game there's like a Mecha Naruto, but it's more like a doll, you know, like a ventriloquist doll. I cannot speak. I imagine there's like strings coming from Cloth, you know, and someone's controlling him. So he's okay. These two I completely forgot they even announced. Armarouge, I don't know, and Ceruledge. These are total Sword and Shield Pokemon that like they passed one at first and they're like, actually, you know what? Let's put those in. These are two I'm just like whatever. I mean, they're cool, but they look like legendaries. That's kind of the weird thing. But I don't believe they actually are. But those could have totally been legendaries in Sword and Shield. Wiglet. Don't think I need to say much on Wiglet. Wiglet is an absolute legend. Love Wiglet, and I'm excited to see Wig Trio. Wiglet took my heart instantly. Might be using a Wiglet. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. I'm gonna switch back over. So with all the leaks and stuff, okay, Pokemon. Starting in Sun and Moon, they started introducing regional variants. We had the Alolan variants, and then we had Galarian forms, Hisuian forms, and now we're getting the Paldean forms. Wiglet is a whole new Pokemon, though, and I like this. Because with Alolan forms and Galarian forms and Hisuian forms, this is just me, but I like when a new Pokemon, because, you know, Hisuian Zoro, that's a completely different Pokemon, right? I mean, yeah, it's the same, like, family, I guess, but it might as well be a new Pokemon at that point. Obviously, everybody's going to look at Wiglet and know it's Diglett, so might as well just make it a new Pokemon. By making a new Pokemon, it's a new number in the Pokédex. I like having them separated. I don't like when I go on like a web list or even in game and I look at Zora because I'm looking for like Hisuian Zora or something. Like, I don't know why I'm using Zora as an example, but I'm using I'm looking for Hisuian Zora and I have to go to like the 500s to find it. That doesn't feel right to me. I play each Pokemon, and I know I'm probably, well, I don't know, maybe hardcore Pokemon fans are all like this. When I think about a Pokemon, I think about the generation and the number, like, area that they're in. I'm pretty sure Zora was, like, what, 549? I think? Something like that. So, like, when I think about a Pokemon, I think about the generation and the numbers. So, when it's a variant form, it's kind of weird for me to, like, mentally, like, oh, most of these variant forms are actually Gen 1. I don't like that. Alolan Executor? That could have been another Pokemon with a new name. It's obviously still evolution of Executor. Evolution of Kanto Executor turns into this thing in this new region. That kind of stuff is cool. But anyway, point being, we're still getting the Paldean forms. There's a Wooper, which we'll get to. But now we're doing, I think they're called like Paradox forms. I believe this was leaked through some Chinese message board or something, where it's going to be Paradox forms, and that's cool. I really like that. Also, next Pokemon, Farigiraf. Let me go back over here. Farigiraf, we're getting evolutions again of old Pokemon. I can't remember if Gen 8 did this really much, but obviously Gen 7 had none of this. Gen 6 only had Sylveon. So I'm glad that we're back at a point where we're pretty consistently getting evolutions of old Pokemon. And, you know, maybe there's going to be a Paldean Girafarig. Maybe. Probably not, though. And that's cool. I like this. Gen 4 went hard on the evolutions of Pokemon from previous generations, and that's what I want to see more of. So if Farigiraf is anything to kind of go by, we should get at least a couple or at least a handful of those, and I do really appreciate that. Bellybolt, this was revealed very recently. love Bellybolt, absolute legend. I think this was revealed like right before the preview for press. Then we have Greavard. Love Greavard. It immediately made me think of Luigi's Mansion, not the stupid Polterpup. All my homies hate Polterpup. Nah, Polterpup's fine. But the dog, I can't remember its name, from, I think it's Mr. Bones or something, from Luigi's Mansion 1 in the graveyard area. A really good dog. And then also, there's this, like, car thing I've been seeing around, and then there's some weird looking, like, Well, there's the freaking rock mushroom from Mario Galaxy there. But also these, like, mouse Pokemon. You know, Menchino. You know the episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob gets all smooth and normal? That's what that looks like. That's what looks like happened to these Menchino here. But also people are saying this might be one Pokemon, like they're together. Almost like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of another Pokemon that's like two together. But, it's also a parrot. Oh, there's, yeah, I mean, okay, there's a decent amount that I didn't even see this one. That looks like a Mantine. I don't know. And then Koraidon and Miraidon. That's the names of the legendaries. I couldn't think of those. But also, did I miss Paldean and Wooper? I guess I'm not counting. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. I go to a list of new Pokemon on Cerebi, which is like the Pokemon website, and it doesn't have a new form of an old Pokemon. That's weird to me. I guess we can go to Paldean form. But yeah, we only have Wooper. But it's still, like, that should just be the same thing. We have, oh yeah, I haven't even talked about the terrestrial forms. I saw a lot of people kind of memeing on this. I think this is one of the cooler gimmicks they've added. I like this a lot more than Gigantamax personally. I think it adds a lot more kind of competitive, a lot of competitive implications here, being able to turn your Pokemon basically into any type. So that's cool. Terra raids. I'm so happy raids are back. And I guess at this point, I just want to kind of talk about the overall like online function of this game. I am so excited to play this game with friends because everything we've heard from previews is that it's pretty much seamless. Where, you know, you're in your world with your 4 friends, you can go battle a Pokemon and they can just watch. They can just watch it happen, like Arceus, but they're just, you know, a spectator while they're running around doing whatever they're doing. That's so good. So if the multiplayer is as seamless as it is sounding, that's going to be a ton of fun. And I guess last thing I'm going to talk about really quick is just the performance of this game. I've seen a lot of people talking about how in the trailers it doesn't look that good. Listen, I'm playing through Shining Pearl right now because I never actually finished the Gen 4 remakes. I got more than halfway through Brilliant Diamond and then I dropped it for 8 months. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna restart with Shining Pearl and try to finish that up before Scarlet and Violet. And, you know, obviously they're not directly comparable because this is a remake and this, but Scarlet and Violet look pretty good. I don't know what to tell you, man. I think they look pretty good. The trailer had really bad lag. There was like a scene where like some flora are running behind you. That looks really bad, but from what we heard from people that played it at the preview event, apparently it sounds like those trailers were made a while ago. And then people that played it at the preview event evidently think it's running at least a decent amount better than that, you know, by Pokemon standards, you know. If you're playing Pokemon on Switch, I think most of us say no, not to expect anything that goes above and beyond. But it's certainly a huge step up from Sword and Shield. At least that's what I think. So that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what all of your hype check, gut check is for Scarlet and Violet. I'm personally, you know, now that Bayonetta 3 is, well, it's behind me. The game still comes out this Friday. Now that that's, like, behind me, I'm all in on Scarlet and Violet. There's probably like a road stop there. I'll probably play Sonic Frontiers, but Scarlet and Violet's like my next big hype game. So I'm very excited. I'm starting to feel it. You know, normally like 2 weeks before the game comes out, we start getting like leaks and all this from people that get the game early. Maybe I'll be the leaker this guy. You guys know. I wouldn't do that. But maybe I'll get the game early, and that'd be awesome because I've been getting games early through my sources. So yeah, let me know what you all think and are currently thinking about Scarlet and Violet. Are you excited for them? I know I am. And of course, you can subscribe here for more Nintendo Switch coverage and Pokemon coverage. I will be going hard on these games when they do release. You can follow me on Twitter at BoTalksMedia. You can join my Discord that is linked down below. And until next time, folks, peace.